Hi everyone! Hi! Happy
Ow, tora tora.
Tora Tora! You're doing the Tora Tora!
Tora tora.
Naki is doing the Tora Tora today, everyone!
I
Well,
stole the first tora tora. I'm sorry.
yeah, no, it's fine. I usually don't do it for the talk show, so it's kind of fun that you did it. I like it. Yeah, and also everyone, welcome to the fourth episode of Weekend Gaming. I'm your host, Erika Byakko. This is the talk show where I have on different guests every week, and we talk about games and everything gaming. And my guest today is the heroes-loving Red Riding Hood from Sonic Music's Prison Project, Naki Kamizuki. Yeah.
Ki Sanjo. I'm Naki Kamizuki from Prison Project 4th Generation. I love tokusatsu, challenging games, and I'm definitely a casual VTubers and anime enjoy, definitely.
Yeah. Oh, that's so nice. So nice. Kosatsu, is that the thing you sit under?
Tokusatsu is
Wait,
like Kamen Rider or
Oh,
like
oh.
Godzilla.
I thought you said kosatsu.
Shin Kamen Super Sentai. Yes, those
Ah,
kind.
Kamen Rider. Oh, I know what they are, but I never really watched it. That's really interesting.
They're very cool. Very cool.
Yeah, and today we're going to be talking about gaming and stuff. And you just want to dive right into it?
I mean, sure. I'm excited. I
Yeah.
love games.
Yeah, me too. Games are so awesome, and that's why like I kind of when we do this talk show, and when I start with the questions, I always love to start at like the very beginning to make like people reminisce about their gaming posts and everything, because most of us like have a gaming past, at least if you have game before. So, what was the first video game you ever played? And this can be the first one you remember playing, and you can also answer more than one if you want to.
I think those are like top cap games that I first played. I remember my dad has like this CD. Back then we still use CD full of like top cap games like
Ooh.
Eating Frenzy or like Plant vs Zombies. That's like my first introduction to games. And like I would saw my dad play like Zuma or like those kind of game on the PC.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, that looks fun. I also wanna play.
You know, those are great first games because they're like very colorful, and they're the kind of games that you're right, you can just like dive into them, play them for like anything from like 2 minutes to 2 hours, and still have a lot of fun. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, Feeding Frenzy was my favorite. But back then I was small and dumb. I cannot remember the names. So I think I just call it the Big Fish Eats Small Fish game.
Oh, that's so cute. You know, I love that. And that was like basically the entire thing you do in the game, so it's very fitting.
Ah! I was just like baby, so every time I wanna play, I'm like, Daddy, can I play the Big Fish Eat Small Fish game?
Oh, you know that's so sweet. Yeah. And also, is your dad a gamer then? Since you saw them gaming growing up, or
Yeah, I think he played more when I was younger, but like as he grew up, he sort of like I guess not play games as much anymore. Now he's just playing solitaire on his PC. That's the only thing he played.
But you know, I think a lot of people.
By his room. He always plays Spider Solitaire. I also like solitaire as well, so I mean, I'm not judging.
Yeah, do you have like a favorite solitaire mode then? Like if you play Spider, is that one you like, or do you like one of the other ones?
I think I mostly play like Spy or Solitaire, and I always play with like only one deck. As in, only, like what do they call? Like with only one of those symbols.
Colors, like I think go by colors, possibly. That's what I call it. Just like one color deck.
Yeah, one color deck.
I will say, I'm also sometimes addicted to solitaire, and it's specifically Spider Solitaire as well. So I totally get it, Naki.
It's so good.
Yeah.
Especially when I play some games that has like mini games with Spider Solitaire in it. I'm like, I'm going to stay here and I'm going to keep playing.
suddenly you're just like, why haven't I made progress in a game for like 10 hours? Oh, it's because I've been playing this mini game inside the game the entire time.
So.
Yeah, that's a lot of fun. And you know, since you've been gaming, what was your favorite childhood game? It can be a game or a game series, really, depending on what you would like to answer.
I think it's probably is Pokemon Fire Red because
Ooh.
I got my first Game Boy, and I guess back in the days, my mom doesn't really like seeing me playing games, so it was really hard for me to actually convince, I guess, my dad to get me a Game Boy. And the first game he bought me on the Game Boy, well, technically I asked him because I wanted to play a Pokemon game. It was Pokemon Fire Red. Yeah, on the GBA.
You know, it's a great game to start with, and that's also like technically you're starting with like the first generation then, since that was a remake. Did you have like a favorite like starter Pokemon that you picked?
Oh, I'm a filthy what? What the?
Wait, which Pokemon?
Wait, did I cut out?
I think you cut out for like a second. Which was the favorite?
I'm a filthy Squirtle enjoyer.
Squirtle!
Hey.
Ah! Squirtle is so cute though.
Yeah, Squirtle is cute.
Yeah. He was like, I really love like Squirtle's like first and second evolution. He gets a little like chonky and intimidating in his final form. I think like all of them really, but the first and second was really cute.
I like how edgy he looks in his final evolution, to be honest.
Yeah. I don't know if you've seen like the from the Pokemon early in like the Pokemon anime, there's like an episode that has like sunglass Squirtles. You might have like seen the images. Have you seen those?
Yeah, I have seen.
Yeah, just like imagine
so
like a Blastoise with those sunglasses. That would be like ultra edgy. since we got into the edginess, yeah, there's a Squirtle gang.
Yeah.
Now I'm just like picturing a Blastoise with sunglasses. I kind of want to see that.
It's like a true child.
Yeah. Yeah, what did you like about like the Pokemon Fire Red when you were a kid?
I don't know. I guess the fact that I can get like powerful Pokemon. Like okay, back then I was pretty dumb. I didn't even know that I have to like complete the Pokédex. I basically just catch Pokemon that look strong. And I'm those type of kids that have like a team just full of legendaries because I'm like, oh my god, my Pokemon shiny, let's go. They're legendary, they are strong.
You know, that's very understandable, and I feel like probably like the experience a lot of people have in their, like, for those of you that play Pokemon, probably like the very first time you played, people are just like doing whatever looks awesome and catching whatever looks awesome. Yeah, and that's and the legendary Pokemons often have like very cool and edgy and overpowered design.
And then I remember I show like my save file to like a friend, and then he's like, "What the heck, Naki? You're not even like halfway through the Pokédex. What are you doing?" I'm like, I don't know. I just catch whatever I think is cool.
Yeah, just along for the journey. Yeah.
Yeah, he's like, "Oh my god, but if you reach like certain like percentage of Pokédex completion, you get like cool items and stuff." And I'm like, okay. Well, I only get enough to get like bicycle.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. As long as you get the bicycle, you don't need anything else. That's all.
Yeah, as long as I have the bicycle, it's fine.
That was like honestly one of the most overpowered items in Pokemon. I think like for how much you use it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
All I need is a bicycle.
And when it comes to like childhood games, did you have any go-to games for sibling, family, or also like friend rivalry?
I don't have friends.
Mm.
So, like, okay, with used to have like a Wii at home, and I guess we would play Mario Kart on it. But then at the same time, not a lot of people in my family play games. So I guess with my friend and like my friends back then also doesn't really play games. So whenever they come by, we would always play Mario Kart because they're like, oh yeah, Mario, I know Mario. We can play Mario Kart. And I think I suck at game back then, but honestly, I would win every time because like I am the only one who actually play games. So I don't know. It feels kind of lonely, but it's Mario Kart.
Yeah. At least you got to show off your gamer skills.
Yeah.
And Mario Kart is kind of like that kind of like fun party game that I feel like even if you don't like gaming, you can kind of get into it. So it's understandable that your friends wanted to play that.
Okay, wait. I saw someone in the comments said, "Oh, why do all these stories start off with a Wii?" Okay, listen. I didn't want a Wii. I want a PlayStation. But my family was like, "Oh my God, did you know you can like exercise with Wii Sport?" And I'm like, I don't even exercise, bro. But I'm like, okay, it's fine. I can. I'm good with Wii as well.
So your parents wanted to. Did they end up getting you like the Wii Sports game as well?
They did. They love Wii Sports.
Oh no.
They still love Wii Sports. I'm just like, I don't like this. I think mostly I just use my Wii to play Harvest Moon, like by myself mostly. And then my mom's like, Naki, why are you only sitting and playing games? Why not just stand up and do Wii Sport lah?
Yes, I guess the Wii was their way of like compromising. So they wanted you to exercise and you wanted games.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like,
at least you got a gaming console, even though it might not have been the one you wanted. Yeah. And then we're like diving into maybe this might be more recent recent memories or more past memories, depending on what you think. But what's your favorite story in a game, or a game whose story you really enjoyed if you don't have a favorite?
Favorite story. I think there are two games that
Yeah, we can talk about two.
enjoy the plot. One is Judgment series. Well, there's Judgment and Lost Judgment. I think I prefer Judgment more. It's basically a detective game with a lot of action. Made from the developer, publisher as like Yakuza series.
Yeah.
It's very, very cool, and it got like a very engaging storyline. Cause like it's a mystery, you know, I love mysteries.
Yeah, is it the kind of game that has like multiple like mysteries to solve throughout it, or is there like one like giant, I guess, mystery you're trying to solve?
Yeah, it's like one giant mystery, and basically it goes back like to so the main character was a lawyer before, but there was this one case that kind of sort of ruined his career. Yeah, and like a story is like 10 years in the future, and that case is sort of like connected to that case that, you know, sort of like...
he's like unraveling a giant mystery that also like...
a giant mystery that goes back a long time ago. I really like it.
Yeah, it seems really interesting. I'm kind of surprised. You're not the first person I've had on her that are like talking about like these mystery solving or like more like case and detective games, and they seem really interesting. And I actually hadn't heard about Judgment before you mentioned it. Yeah,
it's really good. I think like the puzzle solving isn't a prominent part of the game. It's mostly like adventure with like a lot of storytelling and action, like action adventure.
You know, that's lovely. That's lovely. I like that. And what was the second game? Because you said you had two that you liked for the story.
Yeah, another one is Shin Megami Tensei 4.
Oh,
and then on the 3DS. Yeah, I really like the story in Shin Megami Tensei. I know a lot of people like Persona a lot more, but I like Shin Megami Tensei more because the story is a lot edgier.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
because like in Persona, I guess it's about like friendship and like social link, but in Shin Megami Tensei, it's like it's an apocalypse.
Ah, yeah.
And we have
That's
to
all
survive.
already higher
Yeah,
stakes.
yes. And we kill a guy, we become a god. Let's go. Yeah,
Wow.
very edgy. I love it.
This is like some great drama. Already seeing like we're like very like fresh into this interview, and already seeing like a trend here that you like. You like some of the edgier games, edgier tones.
Yeah. So for this game, like you see, there are two characters behind the guy.
I see that.
That's the main character. So like there are two routes you can kind of take, like the chaos route, and then there's like the justice one with like the guy on the right. So basically, all the choices you make will influence which path that you're gonna go on. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Which is your favorite then? If you have like, I don't know if you went multiple routes or if you do have a favorite.
I kind of enjoy I guess the chaos path just because the guy on the right, he's sort of an asshole. I don't know. I mean, they're both asshole, but the guy on the right is more asshole-y.
Yeah, that's completely fair.
The thing is, like, none of these characters are like actually good. It's like both paths has like pros and cons. It's basically weighting the choice.
Yeah, that's lovely. And also, hi Raiders, welcome. Sen, I hope you had a nice stream. Welcome Raiders. And we're just chatting about gaming today. I'm Erika. This is my guest Naki Kamizuki, and we're talking about games. So if you want to hang out, you're welcome to chill here with us.
Yes.
And
this path is down both sides. Yeah, that's true. There's also the kind of neutral part where you end up with the girl instead, which is not even on the cover. What the heck?
It's weird for video games to not have a girl on the cover, like not even a little bit. So.
Right.
Yeah. Maybe like they consider her kind of like a secret path, so they didn't want to show it off. Yeah.
Yes.
We also have, what is a significant gaming memory you have? It can, for example, be something game related from your childhood that you still remember years later, or something more recent.
Significant gaming memory. Okay. One I remember a lot is playing Terraria with my friends. Okay, because before, right? Like I don't really have a lot of friends that can play games with me. So when I discovered VTubers, I also started to join like a lot of like VTubers communities and stuff. And I actually have like this group of friends that I played Terraria with. It was just like something, I guess, new to me, like actually playing games with friends. Like that's crazy. Like you can actually play games with people and not by yourself. Yeah, so it was like a lot of fun, and I treasure that memory a lot because I'm a loner.
Oh, that sounds really really cozy. And Terraria is a great game to multiplayer with, and especially like with other people and like getting to know them. So that sounds like a lovely time. Yeah.
Yeah. And I mean, Terraria is a good game as well.
Yeah. Definitely very fun. But do you also have a tragic gaming memory from your past? It can be silly, or like something that was like genuinely sad.
Tragic gaming memory. Let's see.
I can give you my example if you want. I've told this to chat before, but I accidentally removed the memory card from one of the family's gaming consoles and permanently rendered it unable to save games. and that is very vivid in my memory. Yeah.
there was okay, I remember. Okay, this
Mm.
was really tragic. But when I was younger, I play a lot of MMO. And I
Mm.
remember the first MMO I played was Maple Story. And I was
Mm.
basically a very dumb kid. And back then, obviously, I don't have money. So I
Mhm.
really wanted to get like those, I don't know, fancy item that you can only get by
Ah, yeah,
putting in
fancy
real money.
cosmetics and
Obviously,
stuff.
yeah.
Yeah.
Obviously, I cannot do that. And like on Maple Story, at least back then, I don't know what is it now. There are like a lot of like these scammer. They would try to like scam you for like your goal. Like, oh yeah, if you give me this item, then I will give you like another item in exchange.
Yeah,
So
traders and stuff.
yeah, exactly. I got scammed so hard. I
Oh
basically
no.
lost like I don't know an entire like at least half a year money
Oh.
from my account, and I'm like, oh, I hate people now. I don't trust
Oh
anyone
no.
anymore.
That's how you get trust issues in games.
Yeah,
Oh no.
that's how I got trust issue. I got scammed once as a kid, and now I'm like, I don't trust humans anymore.
Yeah, you do that half a year's, half a year's worth of like in-game work scammed. That's definitely significant. Yeah. Oh no. Did you continue playing the game after that, or was that the end of your Maple
I
Story?
think I still did. It's like it is what it is kind of moment.
Yeah.
Yeah. It is what it is.
Yeah.
I just moved on.
Yeah. Let's move on to our next question as well. And this is kind of like this is very like in general. Do you prefer in gaming slow and steady progress or rushing through the main story? And this can like I know sometimes people like maybe like do differently when they're playing games off stream and on stream. What would you say is your preference?
I like slow and steady.
Yeah.
I guess I really like to explore and do side quests a lot.
Yeah.
Fair, I'm pretty slow at going at the main story. I was playing Yakuza on stream before, and I think I spent a lot of time just going to the hostess club and flirt with girls. And playing ping pong with girls to see their boing boing booba.
Boing boing boing.
Yeah, the ping pong, the table tennis, it's Yakuza 4. That's like peak gameplay, bro.
Wow, I didn't know about this.
Yes, it's very distracting. It's the perfect mini game. Like it managed to distract you and make you lose.
Oh. Yeah. And honestly, if I guess if you really do like exploring and side quests, I've heard that the Yakuza series, and I've seen a little bit myself, but I heard it has like a lot of mini games and a lot of side quests.
That's why it takes me so long to finish the story, because I'm like, did I miss any side quests? I need to walk around and do everything.
Did you ever finish it? Or
yeah, I did.
You did. Okay, good.
It just take like a long time for me to finish.
That's very fair. And I guess if there's fun and engaging mini games, there's even like times where mini games can sometimes be more fun than the main game itself.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know if you've like experienced that, or at least for a little while.
I mean, some of the storyline in Yakuza can be sort of confusing with all the Yakuza politics, and I'm kind of like spacing out. And I'm like, okay, I guess I'm looking forward to see Noah-chan in the hostess club today. Let's go.
Yeah, and I feel like it's very understandable as well. Like if you were that main character in the Yakuza world and had to deal with a lot of like politics and stuff, you probably would want to like go to a hostess club or something else and just chill out. So you just making it more of a realistic gaming experience, I guess, by going and doing the activities.
So many characters. I'm like, wait, who is this again? And then another character appeared. I'm like, wait, isn't this guy dead? Wait, what? Huh? Yeah. I was just like so confused.
And don't they like all wear suits a lot in Yakuza? So I guess it could be like easier to to blend together.
I think it depends, but most likely, like when they're mentioning someone's name, and they're like, "Oh yeah, this guy did something," I'm like, "Who is this guy?" It's so hard for me to remember names. There are so many characters.
You know, that's when you need to have like the wiki page like next to you while you're gaming. That does happen sometimes with games, and I guess Yakuza might be one of them, just to keep track of like the characters.
Yeah. It's not that everyone look the same. More like when they're mentioning like specific name, I'm just like
like it gets so hard to remember. I definitely have that with some games myself, and it's like sometimes you just like need to have it available. Also, like maybe for things like remembering stats or remembering like where things are if you have like a really complicated minimap. I think there are definitely times where playing with a wiki open is good.
Exactly. Totally get that. What kind of...
Yeah. And there's no shame in it either. Yeah. Because sometimes the wikis are extremely good. Yeah. And when it comes to like gaming in general, do you like role-playing in games? And making choices as a character you have created or as a character like the game has assigned to you? Or do you usually just make whatever choice you would have made yourself?
I guess this depends on the type of games, because I don't play a lot of like dating sims like Garage. And in dating sims, to go one specific character around, you would have to make choice to please her, you know?
Some
of the choices are kind of even dumb. They're like, "Oh yeah, where do you want to go? Like, do you want to go to the library, to the cafeteria?" I'm like, I don't know. Like, I don't know where to go to like meet this specific girl. So if I choose like choice that I don't think I'll ever get anyone. So, sometimes I'm like tempted, like, okay, if I choose as I guess generally would, what would happen? I think usually it just end up being in like the friend zone route or something, because like I basically spread my attention on way too many people.
Yeah, that's understandable if you're trying to go for all the endings.
Yeah, that depends on the game. So if it's Garage, then I guess I would change my choice, kind of like role playing. And if it's something, for example, like Persona or Shin Megami Tensei, like those kind of game, and I would just choose based on what choice I would make.
Yeah, so I guess it's like it's strategic choices.
RPG, yeah, like if it's an RPG, I guess, then I would try to make choice that I would make.
Yeah, that's really nice. I like that. I like that.
Yes.
And do you like single player or multiplayer? Do you have a preference?
Single player.
You heavily prefer single player games?
Yes. Multiplayer, I think the only multiplayer game I actually like really enjoy is Monster Hunter, and that's only because I have people to play with. But before, I mean, I also play Monster Hunter alone, so I guess mostly single player game. No tomodachi.
You know, I actually also really like Monster Hunter. It's such a great game. And Monster Hunter, you can just like, even if you're playing it alone, you can just like play with random people online in multiplayer technically.
Well, I don't like it because usually they just kind of like sabotage the entire quest, and I hate it.
I've seen that happen as well. Understandable.
They would die like 3 times, and I'm like, I would get a game over. I'm like, bruh, whatever.
Yeah.
I was just take my cute buddies, my catto. I would just take my catto.
Yeah, little palicos, right?
Yeah, like. Which Monster Hunter game did you play?
I played Monster Hunter World, and then I got like through the beginning of Iceborne, and then I played Monster Hunter Rise. Yeah, or technically I played Rise first, and then Monster Hunter World.
That's kind of the same as me. I also got to the beginning of Iceborne.
And then you stop. Yeah.
When I start Rise.
Yeah, I started Rise first, and then I got really into it because I played it when they released on the Switch, and then I switched over to World. But you did World and then Rise?
Yes, but before that, I also played Monster Hunter on the PSP. So I played Freedom Unite and Monster Hunter 3 Portable, and I also play Monster Hunter Generation on the 3DS. So
Yeah, you play a lot of them then. Do you have like a favorite of those ones?
My favorite? I think I like World a lot, but I guess I haven't been playing it much lately.
Yeah. I would say. I would say World as well is my favorite. I think it's just like it's so impressive, and the monsters, like the monsters look so great in that game.
And I like how you have your own room that you can kind of invite your friends over. And you can capture like wildlife and kind of like put them in your room. It's kind of cute. You have like an aquarium and everything.
Yeah, in the Iceborne expansion, yeah, the house you get.
Yeah. So you can kind of like just chill and go on to catch all of the endemic life. That's pretty nice. Like if you don't want to like hunt.
Yeah, it gives you kind of like incentives to explore and to like I guess appreciate the world a little bit more than to just like hunt down the big monsters.
Yeah. Yes. Cause like in Rise, I mean there are like gathering quests, but like who do those?
True. And also I did those. I did those for the rewards, Naki. For the rewards. But I wasn't paying attention to what I was gathering, if I'm being fair. I'm being honest here. Yeah, like definitely World is a lot of fun. And do you like ever want to go back and finish Iceborne? Because that's definitely something like I want to at least try and battle against like every monster in the game once.
Yeah, I think I do want to go back and finish it, because I remember I was playing like World with a friend, but then they stopped playing, and then I'm like, I mean, it's kind of lonely to play alone, so then I also sort of stopped, and it's kind of hard to come back when I've stopped.
Yeah, that's like, the same, definitely.
Man, how does the clutch claw work again?
You know,
I just like, I'm lost. I forgot.
I don't think I think I kind of started figuring it out towards the end of when I was playing, but now I haven't. Like, when you say it, I'm like, oh wait, what was that again?
Yeah, I forgot. I was shown how to like do it through like tutorial online, and I was like pretty okay at using it, and now I completely forgot.
Yeah, those like specific mechanics, but I really hope they'll like announce a sequel to like the follow-up game to World soon. That would be amazing. That would also be like an excuse, I guess, to go back to World and Iceborne and like explore again before whenever a new game is released. I was kind of hoping, like, I'm still like carrying on hope that maybe we'll hear something about future Monster Hunters in any of like the summer gaming, like summer gaming announcements that are coming like towards the next weeks and months. So I guess we'll just cross our fingers for Monster Hunter news. I don't know.
I mean, mostly nowadays they only update Rise.
Yeah, but I think
Rise updates are also pretty good, but
yeah, I think as far as I know, like Monster Hunter usually go like console and handheld. Like they usually like there's like one for like each, and I guess Rise is like their handheld currently, and Monster Hunter World was the last console. So I really wish for like the next console, whatever they make. Yeah.
I wish for crossplay. Onegai shimasu.
Oh yeah, that's also that's the you're right. The major thing that would be amazing to get in Monster Hunter would definitely be crossplay. So especially like so you can play it with the PC and PlayStation. Like
yeah, I'm like Capcom. Why? Because like I want to play Monster Hunter like Rise with a lot of people, because Rise is popular, right? So a lot of people play it. And I'm like, oh yeah, which platform you play it on? They're like, I play on a Switch. And I'm like, oh crap. We cannot collab now. I'm Sage.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a pain for sure. It's a pain. But when you're playing games, if you have an option, do you prefer playing with controller or keyboard and mouse?
I love controller.
Ah,
If I can use controller, then I would definitely use controller.
Do you have like a preference for controller, like PlayStation, Xbox, or Switch?
I use Xbox 360 controller or Xbox One. Yes, those.
Yeah, that's really nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, very
Just
very
simple.
simple and lovely. You know, sometimes you just know your preferences really well. And I guess then when it comes to Monster Hunter, which weapon did you play? If you do play with controller.
Oh, I play Insect Glaive on Rise, and I play long sword in wait, World. I think like each Monster Hunter game I play a different weapon.
Oh, that's lovely. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was wondering, since if you played with controllers, I was guessing you might not. I don't know how controller and keyboard really compares with the aiming when it comes to Monster Hunter, but I'm guessing it might be easier to aim with keyboard and mouse. Possibly.
I think like if you play bowgun or something, then I guess it'll be easier.
Yeah. And when it comes to buying games, do you like physical or digital games?
I like digital games. I do like collecting games, but I'm also, I would think that I would be able to take care of like, you know, the physical copy well. But I would just like kind of put them in a corner and sort of forget about it, and then when I pull it out, it's like, oh, dust.
Yeah, that's very fair. That's very fair.
Starts. Even when I bought it, I was like, I will definitely take good care of this, like really, really. And then it's like, oh crap!
It ends up in a box somewhere later down the line when you don't play the game anymore, and then it kind of just exists. Yeah, I totally get that.
So nowadays I just prefer digital games.
Yeah. And what's nice about digital games often is that they do often like how like when it comes to like Steam and also places like I guess like the PlayStation online store. Do you have a PlayStation for console, or do you have?
No.
Oh, you only play PC. Okay, Switch. Yeah, so at least like a lot of the digital stores will have like sales and stuff, which you don't always get on physical games.
Yeah. That's true. That is very true. Oh my god, Steam sale got me every time. Every time there's a Steam sale, I would buy like a bunch of games and then never play any of them.
Yeah, that's how the Steam sales get you. Yeah, they're
so cheap. I need all of these.
Yeah,
I don't have time to play all of them.
A game 90% off, 80% off. It's basically free.
I know. So tempting. Oh, right. That's the exact same mindset I have as well.
Gotta love it when they have stuff like that. And we might have like gotten into it a little bit already, but do you have a preferred gaming platform, like PC, console, or mobile?
I think nowadays I mostly play on PC.
Yeah. And if you do play on console, like which is your favorite console?
It's the PSP. PSP has a lot of great games, okay? PSP has really, really good games, like the classic. I'm like boomer. I love PSP games. I still have my PSP. It's very edgy. I have like Tokyo Ghoul sticker all over it just because I was like an edgy teenager when I got it. And I'm like, oh my god, Tokyo Ghoul is like so good.
I love edgy Naki.
It's so bad, the edge.
PSP, what is that? PSP is PlayStation Portable, for those of you that don't know.
Yes.
It's like kind of like, if you haven't seen it before, kind of like a Nintendo Switch, but it was before Nintendo Switch and it's a little bit different. Yeah, because
it's ancient.
It's not ancient.
It's hurt. Oh my god. What about the GBA I have then? That must be like ancient relic. It must be fossil already.
My first handheld console was like a game, like the first like Game Boy Color. I guess those technically they were almost a brick in shape. but they still work now. Like I don't have my original, but I know a lot of people that have like the original Game Boy Colors and stuff. Like they still work, and you can still game on them. So they're not ancient, Chad. If they were ancient, they surely wouldn't work for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. Man, I still have my PSP. It's still functional, by the way. I can still play.
Yeah, that's lovely, and that means since you still have it, you can still like play your favorites on it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you like have all your games then? You haven't lost anyone throughout the years?
No, I haven't.
Yeah, good organization. Good taking care of games. Yeah.
Yes. I love my PSP. I think I spent a lot of my childhood just playing games on the PSP.
Yeah, that's lovely.
Yes.
But since you do play a lot of PC games nowadays, those games, at least the ones that are like on Steam, often have game achievements. And what do you think about game achievements? Do you usually go for them?
No, not really. I guess I just like enjoying to play the game at my own pace, and when I get like a rare achievement for something, I'm like, oh wow, that's cool. Okay, now let's move on. I was just like, oh wow, I did something that not a lot of people did. That's cool. Anyway.
Yeah, so...
But I guess I'm not like an achievement kind of person. I just like to enjoy game at my own pace.
Do you go for, like, what do you think about, like, completion percentages and stuff in game? Like, do you usually go for that? Or do you just, like, oh, I did the main story and happy with the experience?
I do sort of try to do as many things as possible. But I wouldn't want to spend all of my time to have like 100% completion.
Yeah, that's fair. I feel like people usually go for 100% completion, like to just like challenge themselves to get everything, and you definitely have to really like very into a game to do it. I think so, because some of them can be very time consuming 100%ing. And then you have those games like, I guess, Hollow Knight, that kind of like goes over 100%. You really have to go for that.
Yeah, Hollow Knight is a good game though.
Yeah, it's great, but I personally I've not completed like to the full percentage. I don't know if you have, but
oh my god, wait, we're the same.
Oh, good. It's very impressed by people who do, like, I think it's 112% maybe. That's like the full completion, and some of the stuff you have to do to get that is very hard. Yeah, 112%. Chad is backing me up here. It's like, I think one of them is like transporting a flower and you can't get hit or something while you're transporting it. Yeah, it's a lot for sure.
Yeah.
But then, like, even if you don't go for achievements, if you don't go for 100%, is there a gaming moment that you're particularly proud of? Something you did in game that you're like, yes, I did this.
Oh, okay, yes. So I like going to the arcade a lot.
Yeah.
When I was younger, I would often go and play Street Fighter in the arcade. Basically, with Street Fighter, you can challenge the person that's like sitting on the machine like opposite.
Yeah,
of
across
you.
for you. Yeah.
Yeah, I enjoy beating up kids.
Beating up kids.
I felt so proud.
Maybe those are like kids that have been practicing Street Fighter for their entire lives.
I don't like kids. Like, get wrecked. Yeah, and like those kids would come back and challenge me, and then they would lose again. They would walk away, and I'm like, yes.
Did you have like a favorite fighter in Street Fighter then?
No, not really. I just pick whoever looks cool.
That's an awesome way to pick fighters in games.
Yeah,
Mm.
pick based on the feeling.
Yeah, yeah, for
Like
sure, for sure.
yes, so yes, so. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's lovely that you had an arcade next to you. I think video games arcades like specific like especially nowadays are like super rare, like extremely rare. Yeah.
I still go to the arcade, but I have changed my gaming genre. Now I play rhythm games, so I play My DX. Yeah, it's like the washing machine one. I play My now.
Oh.
I don't think they really even have like those fighting game machine anymore. It's like I guess the arcade gaming scenes also change. So everyone I guess mostly go to the arcade to play My nowadays, so I also play My.
Yeah, that sounds like a lot of fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
And rhythm games can be like very, very challenging and like you have to practice to get good at them. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Using off my money at arcade. Okay, that's not true, but
yeah. They do take money. They do take money. That's very true.
does take money. I usually fall for those scams that's like, oh yeah, if you charge like this amount of money, we'll give you like this amount of points for free. I'm like, oh yeah, I mean I do go to the arcade a lot anyway, so I usually try to go for like, those kind of event that they would offer deals like that.
Yeah. And speaking of like challenging games, is there a gaming moment? I don't know. What's the most satisfying game you ever completed? I was about to repeat the last question there.
Most satisfying game. Let me think. I think it would be. I'm thinking of like 2 games at the moment. It's Inscription and also Katana Zero. Those are like the 2 games.
Yeah, Inscription isn't that like a card building roguelike?
Yes, but it's not only like card games. It's very special. I don't even want to like go into much details about it because I feel like it's something that people need to experience for themselves.
Okay, so a very unique experience in the game.
Yeah, it's like a very experience in the game. So it's
but it has like
really
a story then, I'm guessing, since you can complete it. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, because I guess Inscription kind of like they incorporate lots of like different elements in games. Like they have like a card building. They also have like RPG. And basically, it's just really fun. And so when you complete the game, it feels like really satisfying. It's like you went on like an entire big
journey
adventure through
yeah,
for like different games, kind of like that. Yeah, a lot of layers in it.
Yeah, that's very interesting. And what about Katana Zero then?
Katana Zero is it's just a very cool game. Yeah, that makes it feels very satisfying to play.
Yeah, I've seen the art styles like very like unique and colorful and stuff. Yeah.
I love like these kind of like not like cyberpunk-ish kind of aesthetic, like retro aesthetic, like pixel art games. Katana Zero is also like pretty challenging. It's kind of like Hotline Miami, where if you get hit once and then you have to start the level over again.
Yeah, that's
yeah.
Really cool. And those challenging games are often like very like a little bit more extra satisfying when you complete them.
Yeah, it's really cool. I would totally recommend it.
And now we have, is there any game features you would like to see more of in games? And here I'll give you some examples because game features aren't always so easy to define, but here are some game features. You have things like weapon crafting, day-night cycles, puzzle solving, mini games within games, color customization, weapon armors, like etc. Those are all game features. Are there any that you would like to see more of in general?
Feature where you can pet a dog or a cat.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
games where you can pet dogs or cats, and any games where you can fish, they're like god games. The Kamige. They're like always the best.
Did you see one more fishing mini games?
Game with fishing and games where you can pet dogs or cat.
Yeah, you should probably stay away from the newest Zelda game then. Because they put very fluffy dogs in them, but you can't pet them. Yeah.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Why? Why must they torment us like this?
Yeah, like literally so cute, so fluffy, but no petting. It's a crime, honestly.
Why? Yeah, if the dog cannot be pet, why put it there? You
Yeah.
need to pet the dog.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. We need more petable like cute animals in general, like not just dogs and cats. I would love to see like a bunny in a game or something, very cute fluffy bunny you can pet.
I like it when you like interact with like the animals in games. Like it's so cute.
Yeah, it's honestly adorable. I love that. And also fishing, yeah. Like actually, there's like a surprising amount of games that I feel like already have fishing mini games, and I feel like it's a one of the more like popular mini games to add. Have you tried Holocure? Like the Hololive fan game? Did you know that they're adding a fishing mini game in the next update?
What?
No, they are. They're like the zero. Like they like transferred it over to Steam. So like now you get Holocure on Steam, and it is free, of course, since this is like a Hololive fan game. And they haven't like revealed, I think, the date for the next update. But when they do the 0.6 update, they're adding a fishing mini game, and I think you can also like customize your own house or something. They're adding a lot of stuff now.
It's crazy.
Maybe you need to check it out, like just to play the fishing mini game.
Let's go. Let's go.
Yeah, I think it's like it's so fun. Like if you find fishing game mini games in like the games you would least expect it, and
yeah, I never expect like Holocure to have a fishing mini game. That kind of surprised me.
yeah.
I learned something today. Thank you for this knowledge, Erika.
Yeah, this is the random fishing mini game knowledge that I could give you.
That's got.
Yeah, I learned about it because I'm kind of a Holocure addict, but yeah, I love that.
So you like those kind of games like Holocure, like Vampire Survivors?
Actually, I haven't played Vampire Survivors, but I really got really into Holocure, and then I couldn't stop playing it. Which like sometimes that happens to you with games.
Yeah, it can be really addicting.
Yeah. Well, speaking of fishing, like you played a fishing game like as soon as like as late as like yesterday, right? You played Dredge.
Yes.
That's like what do you think about the games when the entire game is a fishing mini game? Because Dredge, for those of you that don't know it, like you have a boat and you go around fishing.
I couldn't stop playing. I streamed for like 7 hours. I couldn't even stop.
Yeah.
I keep playing. I will stop soon. I will stop soon. I will stop soon. And then before I knew it, I have been streaming for 7 hours.
Yeah, just just one more fish, just one more day.
Because there's so many things you can do.
Yeah.
And like I keep saying, after I get this upgrade, I will stop. And then I get the upgrade, and then like I want this upgrade. I want to explore this other area, or like I want to do this quest. And then I just keep going, and then I just couldn't stop.
Yeah, and suddenly you look at the clock, and it's like 7 hours later, and where did the time go?
Yeah, I'm like.
You gotta love it, like when a game can drag you in like that. That's when you know you found the right game for you. But speaking of the things you don't like in games, what's your most disliked game mechanic? Or do you have any game mechanics that you dislike? And I'll give you some examples of mechanics here. For example, escort missions where NPCs move slowly, unskippable cutscenes or conversations, grinding for EXP or gear, missions on timers, like things like that. Is there anything like that you dislike in games?
I dislike, buying a game, then realizing you have to gacha in it. Like it's a single play. It's a single player game. Okay, it's not even like
Mm,
online games. It's just a single player game. You bought it. It's expensive as heck,
yeah,
and
yeah.
then you have to gacha to get like specific unit. And I'm
Items,
like,
yeah.
bro, I have to grind to get the materials to do the gacha. My luck is bad. I have really bad luck. I struggle. I
Yeah.
cannot.
Yeah, what do you think of, like, isn't there a gacha in Monster Hunter, right? Like, for certain things?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think like those are. I guess those are fine. Like gacha for I guess equipment drop. I think like that's fine. Or maybe because I'm used to that mechanic in
Yeah.
Monster Hunter. It is quite a pain though. I also don't really like it. I don't like how you can't even trade like materials in Monhan.
Yeah, it's like definitely. I think some games I've heard, like some games in the Monster Hunter franchise is better at it than others. But for sure, like I remember, like you have to grind for material and then put the material in the gacha, and then you have to do it several times because you're looking for that one piece that has the one thing you need on it for your loadout.
That's so bad. I hate it when they do that.
Yeah.
Like, let me just have all the unit. Don't force me to gacha. And like farming for the materials takes so much time. I try to do it, but then I realize, okay, no, bye.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely understand why you don't like that mechanic. But then when it comes to game genres, do you have any least favorite game genre and why? And this can be like, it doesn't have to be like a game genre that you like dislike. It can be just a game genre that you don't play a lot.
Horror.
Horror.
I'm very weak to horror games because I'm a coward. I'm baby. I get scared so easily. Like I would even get scared by my own shadow. I am very jumpy.
Yeah.
So horror game is pain.
Have you played any horror games?
I have. You know, like those Tilla Arts game, like the convenience store and the like.
Yeah, I think I know.
Like I tried playing the convenience store, and honestly, I couldn't even finish it because it was too scary. I cannot.
Yeah, no, I
remember,
totally get that.
Like I think trapped in this room with this dead manager, and it was so scary. I just closed my eyes. I'm just like, I don't know. I don't care. The sound is scary. It's scary. I perceive nothing. I don't hear anything. I don't see anything. Please, I hate this.
Yeah, that I'm a little bit curious. Have you ever played like any of the Subnautica games?
No, is it scary?
Like technically, those are not like technically horror games, but if you're scared of like deep darkness where you can't see anything around you, and really like intense atmospheric music that like suddenly will intensify at random moments. Subnautica, it can be very scary. I'm just going to tell you, for me, Subnautica are horror games.
I feel like I would scream a lot.
Yeah, I screamed a lot to myself when I play that, and it's like if you're weak to like this kind of atmosphere that Subnautica gives up, it can be so bad. Like if you're like driving your little sea car underwater, and you're just like slowly like backing up because you want to like go to safety. Suddenly you will just like bonk into like a mountain wall behind you, and you get like jump scared from the sound that makes. Yeah.
I also just get jump scared from like, you know, like when you're walking around and then you turn a corner, and the moment you turn there's like an enemy just like charging at you. Like those scared me. Like even those scared me. I would scream like, where the hell did you come from? Ah!
But then at the same time, Naki, Chad is making a good point here, is that Subnautica is also technically a fishing game. Because everything is underwater and all the things are fishes. What? I guess that's something to consider, but also very horror.
weird. Mm.
Yeah. I guess if you play the Subnautica, usually in the starting areas can be pretty nice and pretty colorful and like pretty peaceful actually. Like the scary parts are like when you start to adventure. So I guess if you played Subnautica and you never left the starting area, you could have a lot of fun.
Okay. I mean, I can try.
Yeah.
I know one of my senpai plays Subnautica before, and there are like clips of her getting scared by it, and I'm like, damn, if she's getting scared by it,
maybe stay away. Maybe stay away.
I
Yeah.
think she can handle horror game like better than me. I'm just like really afraid of ghosts in the light. I think I managed to play Darkwood. It's like a horror game, but I could play that just because like the enemies, they're like they have a physical form and you can fight back, so it's less scary.
Yeah, ghosts are terrifying.
Yeah. If it's like you have to run away and hide, I will die. And they don't really have jump scare as well, so
yeah. I would love to see a game like Subnautica that wasn't scary, that you could only like explore like swimming around in an aquarium and ocean environment. That would be very pretty, I think.
Let me add Subnautica to my Steam wishlist.
No! No, God, I feel like you're gonna play it. That would be terrifying. No, Naki. I'm very weak to horror as well. I was screaming my way through the entire game.
It's okay, you're gonna take full responsibility.
No! Play the second then. Play the second then, because in the second one, there's an upgrade you can get eventually that makes you safe from even the giant sea monsters. And the second one is also the prettiest one. Yeah.
It's okay.
It's
If I get scared, I will just scream Erika!
An eternal curse on my name.
Yes.
Yeah. It's a very pretty, like I will say, even though I was scared when I played it, it's kind of like addicting in the same way that Minecraft and games I guess like Dredge and stuff can be addicting. Is that you kind of just want to explore more and figure out more. Yeah. And then talking about future games, what's your most anticipated upcoming big game? This has to be a game that like has been announced. It doesn't have to have like a release date.
Okay. This is like a weird game, but I love Inazuma 11.
Yeah, I saw this on
They announced like an Inazuma 11 games on the Switch, and they said, oh yeah, it's going to come out in 2023. I think it just keep getting delayed, and it just keep getting delayed, and I don't even know when it's going to come out, but I really am looking forward to it. I play basically all Inazuma 11 games on the 3DS. I'm pretty sure. I play like everything. I'm addicted to.
Yeah, so this is like a game series where you will play like everything that comes out.
Yeah. The Chuni Bio Soccer. I love it.
Do you watch the anime as well then? Because I know it has like an anime, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
I mean, the original, there's the game, and then there's the anime I watch. I also watch the anime. Isu.
Nice. And it's like, is it like a sports game, like pure sports game, or is it like more like a story-driven game?
It is a sport game, like a soccer game, but they have really it's basically like a supernatural kind of like game as well.
They have like supernatural abilities and stuff.
Yeah, all the moves are like absurd, and then like a sequel called Inazuma 11 Go, they can even summon Stan, and it's crazy.
It gets like JoJo Bizarre Adventure stands.
They have Stan, and the story even get crazier. In one series, they basically go back in time to kind of meet like some the historical figures, and then they turn them into Stan for their own uses. Like it's not like turn them, it's more like kind of, I don't know, absorb their spirit or whatever, and then those become like a Stan, and then they can kind of like, I don't know, it goes crazy.
I guess we could say like anime soccer game where the anime is like capital A. Yeah.
Yes, like all of the music in the game is banger as well, right? Like in the anime, banger music.
Ah, that's amazing. That's amazing. Yeah, honestly, it's like I haven't watched it myself, but I know some of the music is really good.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
makes you so hype. There's another game. It's Metal Gear Solid
Oh,
Delta.
yeah, this was just
It's
announced. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I I tried Metal Gear Solid before on the PSP,
Mm,
but because I don't know, maybe I was more into like JRPG back then, so I never finished it. But
mm.
then one of wait no, like my Kami Oshi
Ah,
really likes Metal Gear Solid, so I I have to play it. I want
is
to.
it a
I want
certain blonde VTuber, perhaps? Maybe someone else.
yes.
I think I know who
Yes.
it might be.
Yeah, she has big ribbon.
Yeah,
Hi.
a big fan of the Metal Gear series. I will say I
Yes.
actually haven't played anything in the series myself, but I just like this announcement image so much. It's making me want to play the game.
And because I don't really have like a PlayStation,
Mm. Yeah, aren't this
so
releasing for? Wasn't this announced for PC as well?
that's exactly why I'm looking
Yeah.
forward to it because most of the Metal Gear Solid games from before, it's like for the PlayStation, and this is like on PC, so I'm like, I'm looking forward to it.
Ah, yeah, yeah. I don't think we got a date for it, unfortunately, unless I'm like misremembering. But this is definitely something to look forward to. Yeah,
Yes, 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 home. I definitely want to play it.
yeah. And then I have another question for you. What's your ultimate wished for game? And this can be like no matter how unrealistic you might think it is.
You know the anime Bofuri?
Wolfity, is it that short for something, or is it like the full title?
Okay. No, it's short for something. It's really long. The title is so hecking long. Wait, I need to Google it.
Yeah, because I know a lot of anime, but I don't always know like the short titles.
I don't want to get hurt, so I'll max up my defense. It's so
Wait,
long.
wait, wait,
The
wait.
name is so long. I don't want to get hurt, so I'll max out my defense.
Oh, is this the like the girl with the shield?
Yeah, it's the girl of the shield.
Oh yeah, let me find the Japanese title here if I can find it. Here.
嫌な暴力に曲振りたいしたいと思います。It's so long.
Yeah, if you don't know what this is, chat, there's you might have seen it. You might have seen the girl like she has like a black and red armor, and she has a huge shield.
Yeah, so this is game that she play, and I really wish that like a game like that exists. It just seems so much fun. It seems really unbalanced, but
Yeah.
it's basically a game that allows you to do anything you like, and you can get like, I guess, rewards for it, and it just seems really fun.
Yeah, that would be amazing as a game.
Wish like a game like that exists.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of like games that are like in that genre of anime, like have like different game settings that would like be really cool to have as like a real game that exists in this world. So I really like your pick for that.
Yeah, it's like really cool.
And really in depth.
So,
yeah. And now I have a little bit, maybe more of a philosophical question for you. Depending on how you interpret this, is what inspired you to start gaming content creation, or what is currently inspiring you to do gaming content creation?
I guess because I mostly play games alone. I enjoy being able to kind of like share that experience with other people, and I also enjoy making new friends, and I also enjoy like talking about games and like discussing them with someone.
So you want to
So
like
that's why it's
share your gaming experience with people?
Yeah, that's why it's really fun for me to do my VTuber activities, because no, I get to spend like precious times
Oh.
with people that have like the same interests as me, you know?
Yeah, that's
So
lovely.
I think it's like really really nice. And I mean there are also people who I looked up to that kind of like inspire me as well. Yeah, so like yeah, one day I also want to be someone as cool as them, something like that, or like stand on like the same kind of like same place as them.
Yeah.
Breathe in the same air.
Yeah, you're definitely cool, Naki.
Hi.
Yeah.
Oh,
You know,
thank you. You're cool as well and very cute. I enjoy hearing you talk.
Yeah.
Hi.
And I love
Yeah,
that.
the
That's
giggles are
a
cool too.
that's a lovely motivation, and especially if you like single player games. As VTubing and streaming is definitely like a good way to like still be social while playing single player games. That they like.
I do.
Yeah.
Yeah. I also do play Monster Hunter a lot with my viewers though. It's really fun. It's really fun.
Yeah, that's
They're very
great.
silly.
You know,
I have
chat
like so
is
many
often
like
silly.
kind of like clippable moments just like from playing with my viewers. Very very fun, very cute.
Yeah.
It's like precious part of my I guess journey. I still have like so many clips from there just like saved on my PC just because I'm like it's funny. You know?
Oh, that's sweet. That's sweet. And speaking of your viewers, we gave everyone a question to like an opportunity to send in questions ahead of time if they wanted to, and I have some questions from the viewers for you, Naki. So, the first one is, do you have a comfort game you like to play when you just wanna relax and chill? And if so, which game is it?
Oh no. The games that I play when I want to relax, they are very often arrogant.
Okay.
Shut off my brain and play something. It's always arrogant.
Wow.
Why did you ask this question? What the heck?
It was your viewers.
Who is this? You want me to admit this on Erika channel? Is that why you asked this, huh? What the heck?
Probably a viewer who knew then. Probably a viewer who knew. Yeah, a VTuber of culture, chat. A VTuber of culture. Yeah.
It's like I don't know when I just want to relax and I don't want to like, I guess, kind of like don't want to do anything, but I want to do something. I'm like, I'll just turn on this game. Yeah. And I can also just autoplay most of the thing because like usually they're visual novel and I just have to click most of the time. I don't really have to do anything much.
That's very fair.
Yeah. And like I can eat while I play it as well, so it's like it's win-win.
Yeah, win-win.
I don't want to touch my controller and get them like
yeah, don't want to get food on controllers and stuff.
Doritos, Doritos or something.
Yeah.
Hi.
And now I have a question here. What part do you enjoy most in a game?
What part do I enjoy most? This is kind of broad.
Yeah, I guess like just like answer like you can answer one thing if you want to, or several things.
Most.
Just like one thing you enjoy in general, perhaps.
I guess. Let's see. Which part do I enjoy most in a game?
The fishing mini games, perhaps.
I don't think so. I guess I really enjoy like story-rich game.
Yeah, the story.
Yeah,
The
the
journey?
story. So like, especially the games that actually have like cool animated movies for like specific
Yeah.
part of the games. I really like that.
Yeah, that's lovely. I like that. And some
Yeah, it's
games
like
do
kinda
have
incorporated.
yeah, some games have like amazing stories. Yeah.
Cute girls? Oh yeah, there's that as well.
And then you were just talking about gaming and eating, and that ties into this next question. Do you eat or drink anything while gaming? And if yes, what?
I mean, when I play games that requires me to use my controller, I guess I don't usually eat. But if I do, I'm probably eating like cake or something that would use like a spoon.
Oh,
I know people like eat chips when they're like playing, but I don't want to like dirty my hands and then touch my controller because that's filthy. So mostly like cake, cereal, just like sweet stuff because I like sweet.
What about drinking? Do you drink like soda or water or tea?
I drink tea.
Oh.
I drink tea. Yeah, I cannot drink fizzy drink. Actually, like cola or Sprite. I cannot drink like carbonated drinks.
Yeah, I can't take carbonated drinks either. Actually.
Yeah. Oh wait, what? Oh my god!
Yeah.
I feel like you're like one of the first person that is the same as me.
I stopped drinking them like years ago, and after that, I lost my tolerance for anything carbonated. So if I drink anything carbonated, I get hiccups like after one sip.
Yeah, that's me as well. I took one sip and then I started being.
Yeah, I totally get that. I'm the same. I'm the same, honestly. But I have like a funny. This is my just like tangent question, I guess, off of this. Have you ever tried eating chips with chopsticks?
No.
Because that's I just want to say, like, if you can use chopstick, it's a way to eat chips without getting your hands dirty if you ever want to eat it while gaming.
It's true, but at the same time, I like. I don't know. I guess I should try it.
Now chat is going like, why? Chat, why not? I'm just telling you, chat, why not? It's very fun.
I mean, I guess why not? I have never tried it before, but
it's funniest if you have like sometimes of like potato chips, because sometimes like come in like I have tried like potato chips. I started doing this because when I was younger, there was like a potato chip that came in like tiny stick shaped forms, and they were like inconvenient to eat with my hands. So I was just like, every time I would eat them, I would just use chopsticks because it was easier. And then sometimes I tried like eating chopsticks with other chips. And I was like, yes, my hands are not getting greasy now.
Well, aside from greasy hands, like they also like kind of like cracks and like the pieces would go everywhere, you know. So that's also pretty annoying. They would get crumbs. So I mean, it's still pretty messy. So.
Yeah.
Even with a bowl under you, I don't know, it might kind of like flew onto your keyboard or something.
Yeah. You don't want to like get your keyboard dirtier than it had already like is from regular dust and stuff. very true. And then we have a question for you here. What's the most underrated game that you wish more people will play and talk about? Or game you like that you think is underrated?
I play like a lot of like indie games and like games that's like not a lot of people know, so I feel like I have.
Yeah, I think a lot of like the games you've talked about together today are not that well known. Yeah. If you had to pick like one or a couple.
One or a couple. I really like Judgment, and I feel like most people only play Yakuza. They don't know about Judgment.
Yeah, actually, I hadn't heard about Judgment for today, so.
So, yes, play Judgment. I love Judgment. Yeah, I actually like Yagami, like the main character of Judgment, more than Kiryu. I don't care if it's a sin. I love Yagami. He is sexy. He is smart, sexy man. Let's go.
Is it written with a Y, like Yagami?
Yagami, yes.
Now it's like, since this is like detective mystery story, now I'm thinking of Yagami Light from Death Note. Well,
Yagami.
That's
Yes, yes, yes.
instantly where my brain went. But I'm guessing it's not him. That's protagonist. Mm. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Mhm.
Yes. Play judgment.
Yeah,
Whoa.
you hear that, Chad? You have gotten a new mission. If you wanna play a cool detective game, a mystery game. Yeah.
And if you like beat him up as well, Yagami got cool moves. He can even parkour, guys. He can parkour. Isn't that cool? He can even.
Yeah,
My
that's
God.
pretty
He's
awesome.
he's very skilled old man.
And then we have the final question from Chad, from the viewers. What's your favorite video game song? And I guess this could be like the favorite video game that you like for the soundtrack or like the background music.
Soundtrack.
Yeah.
I really like the soundtrack for Ender Lilies. I don't know if you know that.
Yeah, I've heard it. I've heard some of it. Yeah, it's very like lovely.
Yes, the soundtrack is written by Millie, and they're all very good. That's for soundtrack. If it's like one favorite song, it's Sticky Dane in like Final Fantasy. Like it's the Final Fantasy 10 song, Sticky Dane. I remember like one of my family members that I often visit when I was small, like he always play like Final Fantasy 10. So like he would put on that song, and I really like it, and that also make me want to try out the games.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, there are some like a lot of games with great music out there, and there Lily is definitely very like lovely atmospheric music. Yeah.
I listen to it on my way to work a lot, like the OST. It's just very relaxing.
Yeah. And now it's the final question of today, and this is a big one. It's like, what do you like most about gaming? What is it that like draws you to gaming?
That I can escape reality. Cause I mean, it just offers like an entire world, and it kind of feels like you can escape like the kind of not really poggers live sort of escapism. Let's go.
Yeah, if you read a newspaper regularly for like any place ever, I guess you know that you need video games sometimes to just like take your mind off of stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean it's also fun that like it kind of allows you to see like different world and like how creative people can get with like games. So it's like really cool. Like there's like that cat game like Stray.
Yes,
like,
Stray.
super cool.
Yeah, and that one got like surprisingly dark as well.
Yeah, like I really enjoy kind of like
creative world building and stories. Yeah.
And different kind of like storytelling for like all kinds of games, because I really do like story rich games.
Yeah, that's lovely.
Yeah.
It's definitely, games are definitely amazing for that. That it can like take you away and give you an entirely different experience. And depending on which game you're playing, like it can be like different for every like new game you're playing, and that's absolutely like one of the loveliest things about games. Yeah.
I mean, it's also the same with books. Like, I guess I really like to immerse myself in the story and kind of like just get transported into a different world and maybe experience the life of like a different character in a different world. I kind of really like that aspect a lot. That's why I like games, and that's also why I like books.
Yeah, and the difference between like games and books is that like in games you kind of like get to make decisions, and even though like even in games that has like a linear story, at least you get to like influence the journey and experience the journey and like ups and downs, and like you even get to experience failures because you can like often die in games or fail in games, and that's something you don't always get when you're reading a book.
Yeah, like interact with like the environment, interact with the people and stuff. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's very nice.
And sometimes you even get like I don't think it happens like that often, but you also sometimes get like games based on books. So then you can get like the best of both worlds. You can like read the book and enjoy it, and then later get to play the game based on it. Yeah.
Like Witcher.
Yeah, The Witcher,
Yeah.
for example, that's a great example. And it's always like fun when that happens to like see how the game measures up to like how you were imagining the book when you were reading it, if you read the book first.
Yeah, and then there's like the Netflix series as well.
Ah,
I feel like
yeah.
they're really different. What do you think?
I think
Like-
I haven't watched the Netflix series like for of The Witcher that closely yet, but from what I've seen, like the atmosphere the series gives up versus games feels like different for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it follows the book more, not like the game.
Yeah.
I think.
It's definitely interesting for sure. Have you ever had any games where you've like read the books and then played the game?
Read the books and then play the game. I think for me it's usually like
The other way
the
around? Yeah.
like I play the games and then I'm like, oh, I'm interested in other like media as well.
Yeah, I feel like for me it's probably like the same. I don't think I'm trying to think of if I have read any books that I've played games based on, and I don't think perhaps. It's a little hard to say, but there's definitely books that I wish there were like games based on, that has like some really interesting world building and things like that I think could be made into great video games. Yeah, so I kind of like. I think now that you like Witcher 3 did so well, I hope that we in the future can like see more video games being made based on books. That would be pretty cool.
I mean, I guess I have seen several books. I think wasn't there like one for Halo as well? Like
I think there were like a surprising amount of like game series that had like book series. Like even like for example, we can say this is like a bigger universe, but there are like Star Wars books and there are Star Wars games, for example.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah, but those are like a bigger universe for sure. That's not just the books and the games. Yeah. Halo has a bunch of books. Yeah, Chad is backing us up here. Halo does have books.
Yeah, I saw them at the bookstore, and I don't know. I never am like that interested in reading them though.
Yeah, you don't always want to read everything based on the games. I guess it really depends. Like Witcher is like a little bit more like fantasy story, but Halo I guess it's more like sci-fi.
I love fantasy. One of my favorite genre.
Yeah, and there are great fantasy games out there. Honestly, which I love. Yeah, but this was actually our final question for today. So Chad.
Thank you so much for the question.
Yeah, I had a lovely time chatting with you, Naki. We got to know you a lot more, and I love that you're an edgy gamer. I felt like that's what I learned about you today. You like a lot of the edgy games. Yeah.
Yes.
And also the fishing game addiction mini game.
Fishing.
Yeah. A lot of fun. And yeah, before we round out, as always, I'm just going to show you the guest for next week. Because as you know, this is a weekly series, and every week you see someone new. So next week, you're going to see me chatting with Luffy. Luffy, you might actually, if you're only on YouTube, you might not know her because she actually streams on Twitch. But she also has, I think, a YouTube channel, and she does like a lot of shorts and stuff content. So you're going to see me talking with Luffy next week, and that will be a lot of fun. Yeah. But yeah.
Thank you so much for having me here today. Wow.
Yeah, it was so fun having you. And this has been everything for today, Chad. I hope you had a great time with me and Naki. So make sure to check Naki out on her channel at Naki Kamizuki. Her streams are very fun, and she streams a wide variety of games and some very edgy games, as we learned today.
Both edgy and etchy.
Edgy.
Apparently.
Yeah.
Thank you, Horror Nights, for letting me borrow Erika for today.
It was me that was boring you. Yeah. And we are.
Yes, it's a pleasure.
Yeah. and so that you guys can't get lost when you're looking for Naki chat, we are going to be raiding into her free chat. It's not like a real stream waiting room. It's like a free chat for her channel, but we'll be raiding into there. So if you wanna check Naki out, you want to stick around and chat for after the stream, you will be taken over to Naki's channel. Yeah. So I hope you have a good time with Naki. If you're already currently her watcher, or if you're after today, are stopping by her streams. Yeah.
Hey, thank you so much for today.
Yeah, thank you.
Otto.
Yeah. And as for me, chat, as always, I'll be seeing you guys tomorrow and next time for the talk show. So, bye-bye, everyone. Bye-bye.